Hello everyone, this is Alana from the Brantford Public Library, and I'm here to share some reading recommendations with you. Today I'm recommending two biographies that I've read recently. Biographies can be a great way to learn about other people's experiences, learn about different cultures, and learn about their successes and failures. A lot of times we try to separate ourselves from, more famous people, richer people, and a lot of times there's something relatable in there and it's interesting or funny or strange. So biographies can be a great way to expose yourself to other perspectives in this world. So my first recommendation is How Y'all Doing by Leslie Jordan. This book instantly caught my eye because I'm a huge fan of Leslie Jordan. If you don't know who he is, he's an actor and comedian who last year during lockdown went internet viral with a video he did just commenting on the lockdown and staying home and not being able to do anything on his Instagram, so you can check that out. For years, he was on a TV show called Will and Grace, for which he won an Emmy. He was also in American Horror Stories and a few other things where he plays the sort of rambunctious gay character. So, in this book, he talks about various stories, various events that happened in his life, growing up gay in a very conservative family, being an alcoholic for many years and all the mischief he got into because of that, his life in West Hollywood, just a lot of different things, and it's just, he does it in a very funny way. There's a couple of stories that he gives about meeting Carrie Fisher and her mother, Debbie Reynolds. So it's a funny read. I mean, the subtitle here is Misadventures and Mischief from a Life Well Lived. It's all very lighthearted. It's not a very long book either. It's just random stories about 1980s Hollywood, and I found it very interesting and very funny. Before you read the book, I'd suggest you go check out his Instagram page. It does have a lot of language, but he does it in a very southern way. But it's very funny, and I'd highly suggest it. So my second recommendation is Furiously Happy by Jenny Lawson. Jenny Lawson is a journalist and a blogger. She suffers from multiple mental illnesses such as anxiety disorders, chronic depression, and a few other mental illnesses that kind of debilitate her sometimes. And what this book is about is basically her trying to be happy and not depressed and feel sorry for herself all the time. She, when the illness is bad, it's bad. But when it's not as bad, she has kind of reasoned with herself saying, I'm going to be furiously happy for as long as I can. And she kind of talks about all her eccentricities and her imagination and all the things that go into her trying to be furiously happy. And I think if you suffer from a mental illness or know someone who does, this book can be quite good for you to read. What I liked about the book was her relationship with her husband, because it can be hard to live with someone who has a mental illness, and it can affect your own mental well-being as well. So her relationship with her husband really stood out in that book for me. So if you're interested in sort of how mental illness affects daily life, and and this woman who is able to just make the best out of it, I think you'll like this one as well.